All right. Hey, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. I'm here with my guy, Barrios. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. Had a good day at the gym. Now I'm just relaxing.
Sounds like a winner, man. It's the question that I always ask. Why boxing?
uh that's a good question. Man, my mom put me and my older sister in boxing at the East Side Boys and Girls Club in San Antonio when we were six. And
Hmm.
then we kind of just took it in like and ran with it. And my sister was a natural. Me, it took me a couple years, to really start soaking in everything that I was learning. But once I did, it really developed into a passion, for both of us. She turned pro. She had a successful pro career, and now so have I. And and I think for us too, it was a way out. And thankfully, everything fell into place, and now I've been able to change not only my life but also my family's.
Nice. And that would be your sister Selena.
Yeah, my older sister Selena.
Nice. She's in your corner now, right?
Yeah, she's in my corner for the fights now.
That's what's up. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Well, you got a fight coming up September the 30th on a very big platform. You're going to be going against Dennis Ugis, man. What does that mean for you, bro?
Oh, it's another big exciting opportunity, for me to showcase my skills, give boxing the world a an exciting fight, and a win September 30th. It puts me at the top, with all the other great welterweights. And it's gonna open up some more doors, for bigger fights.
No doubt. One thing I can say about you, man, you don't turn down nothing, huh?
I don't, man. I don't. I'm always saying, man. Like, I mean, I've been boxing since I was 6 years old. What's the point of all these years? If I'm not trying to get in there, with the best.
Hmm. Yeah, no doubt, man. And that you have been doing that, man. And I appreciate that. And it makes sense for your name being the Aztec Warrior, man. You did. You're
Yeah.
somebody that's a down for the business for sure, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. In every fight too, I carry, all that, my indigenous, my Mexican roots, very, very heavily, so I'm always, very, very proud to show that, whenever I fight.
All right. I had one of my guys from my podcast. I had a few of them get questions, and he wanted to know. His name was Tim Layton, and he wanted to know what was your toughest fight thus far.
Thus far, I think on a boxing level, it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely, the tank fight. I feel like we really brought the best out of each other.
Mm.
I got to display a lot of my boxing abilities that I hadn't got to before. But I think like toughest fight physically was when I fought Batir Akhmedov. That was a fight. When it was over, like, man, I felt like I was hit by a truck.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow,
I
wow.
was like, physically, like, my body was very beat up, my face was beat up, and like, man, I felt like shit for about a good week.
Mm.
uh,
Wow. Next question. What do you consider your highlight of your career thus far?
Highlight of my career thus far, definitely it was winning, that world title against Akhmedov.
Hmm.
Both of us, we give everything we had in that fight, and I won the WBA, regular world title, and it was a big accomplishment for me, and especially just taking that title back to San Antonio. So I think to date that would be the biggest.
Nice. Next question. Next question is, what is your favorite punch?
My favorite punch, uh, has always been, the liver shot.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. Uh, Man, it's just like everything, like the reaction you get out of that punch, it's paralyzing, man. it's just a great punch, to land, especially in a fight. Like, if you land that punch in sparring, in a fight, whatever, like you're gonna make the fight so much easier. But when you're on the opposite end of when you're the one receiving that punch, that sucks.
I think that happened to you with the Tank fight, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Wow,
It, it
yes,
just
indeed.
it takes everything out of you, man. Like you can't even fight it. It just it takes you straight to your knees.
Mm. Wow. You know what? And a lot of people, and I'm pretty much sure this question has been asked to you multiple times, but I definitely got to ask you when it comes to fighting Tank, and you also fought Keith Thurman back to back. Who would you consider being the bigger puncher?
I do get asked the question a lot.
I'm more than sure you do because you got common opponents, man. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, they're both some big punchers, but I think with Tank, what makes his so much more uh I guess dangerous is
Mm-hmm.
like the punches that you don't see coming are the ones that hurt the most. And
Mm-hmm.
he's so quick and like elusive with his feet, and then just his hands. There's a lot of the punches I'm like, man, like you don't see them until it's too late. Whereas like a Thurman, like you kind of like see the punch, so you can kind of like brace yourself for like a split second. And I mean, when
Mm-hmm.
it hits, it still hurts, and it's still a powerful shot. It's just the ones that, like I said, that you don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the type like Tank would set up, or like throw. So like they're both really big punches, but the Tank just got that elusiveness that made it that much more dangerous.
So both of them have pretty good footwork as well. Uh, I really think that Keith Thurman has very good footwork,
Mhm.
but you were saying that Tank is very elusive. Is he elusive because how he's able to move foot wise, or because he can just slip punches better? What I'm trying to understand. What are you saying
Yeah,
between the two?
I think like how you say like Thurman had also great footwork, great movement.
Mm-hmm.
What Tank, as far as with Tank closing the distance, and already
Mm-hmm.
for me fighting him, he was already like so far under most of my punches, to begin with, so once he started slipping, it just made it that much like harder. So I felt like Tank's ability to close that gap and close that distance, it was it really played into his favor. But I mean, that's not taking away from anything from Thurman either, though. Thurman had
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
had uh, had great footwork on fight night.
Okay. And you're going to be fighting your Dennis Ugas, man. And he's a huge welterweight for sure, man. But you're not no small guy either. You did. And I know some places say you're 5'11, some places say you're 6 feet. How tall are you, man? Or are you
Yeah,
6'1" now? I don't know. You seem like you just kept growing.
yeah. Boxer got me at 5'10", but I think I will say I'm 6 foot, at least.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6'1" on a good day.
When you got the Timbs on, right?
Yeah, when I got the docs on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What made you take this fight, man? I mean, I'm pretty much sure there were other fights for you as well, because there's always more than one on the table. But what made you want to say, you know what? Nah, I want Ugas. What? Talk to me.
Uh, it's just that same mentality, I've had the last few years, I want to fight the best,
Mm,
I want to, give it, give fans, those great fights. So, whenever, names are brought up to me, I always, take, the biggest risk, cause I mean, like I said, man, I've been doing this, my whole life, why have I been doing it so long, if I'm not trying to, get in there, and, test my skills.
makes sense. You're in the 47 division, man, and that has been the glam division for a minute. But we just had Spence and Crawford, and both of them seem like they're moving over up to 54. So that 47 division seems like it's about to be wide open, man. And this is going to be a hell of an opportunity for you. You did to win this particular fight. For you to win this fight, man, what is that going to mean for you?
Oh, right now it means everything, especially, given, the belts are vacated, or, or whether they're not.
Mm-hmm.
A win here, like I said, it puts me, puts me up there in the rankings, with the top welterweights. And it's gonna, continue, to open, those doors, for those other big fights.
Nice, nice. Speaking of that Spence Crawford, man, when you watched that particular fight, man, what was your reaction to that?
I was pretty blown away. I was
Yeah.
there. I was there on fight night, and
Okay, great.
yeah, yeah. So like I got to see it in person, and man, the fight Crawford has, like I don't think he could have had, much of a better fight. He just went in there and, completely dominated, in every sense. Um, I'm not one that makes excuses for other fighters, but
Mm-hmm.
if for sure, it wasn't it wasn't Spence's night. I know what for, whatever reasons, played into that, but Crawford is a hell of a champion. 2 times unified. That's, historic for a reason.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all was blown away with that. Me personally, I'm a Spence guy. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, so
I
was I.
just, yeah, 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 yeah. So I definitely didn't expect that whatsoever. And I'm like, that wasn't my guy in there that night, And I don't want it, like you said, I ain't taking nothing away from Crawford. But that
Yeah.
wasn't my guy, and I can't figure it out, man. I guess I won't be able to figure it out, but he has activated his rematch. You dig? And the contract states that they're supposed to get it on before the end of the year. So we're gonna see how that works out, man. But do you think we're gonna see more of the same, or you think we might get something different?
Uh, man, it's, hard to say. I think if the fight happens at, 47, I don't see much of a difference, but
Mm-hmm.
I think if it plays it, at 54,
Mm-hmm.
it might be, like I said, I mean, who knows?
Okay, okay, okay. Two more questions for you, man. One of them might be a little tough, you know what I mean? But they call me hardcore, man. But it ain't really too hard for you, bro. When you fought Tank, some people said you would weight drain. Yes or no?
uh I'm gonna say no, just because, like, I mean, to this day, like, I ain't making excuses. Like, I agreed, to the contract. I agreed, to the going back down, to fighting again at 140. I mean, it was an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't pass up. But I will say, man, it was not easy with making the weight. But
Mm-hmm.
I made it probably, as best as, I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, no, there's absolutely no excuses on my end.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I just rewatched that fight today, and you definitely was ahead on my card. You did for sure, man. I mean, you were really doing a very, very good boxing, very good
Hmm.
boxing, man. Uh, it was excellent, man. But you got clipped, and it seemed like after that, it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But
It's fighting. It's
yeah,
sink or swim.
yes, indeed, exact. But one thing I can say is definitely you are a warrior for sure, man. And I
Thank
believe
you,
that
man.
100%. And I'm pretty much sure that you're going to continue. And I believe you're going to be world champion again as well. So I believe
Yeah.
that as well. Hey, we got one more fight that I'm interested in your opinion on because it's on everybody's mind. Tank and Shakur, man. What do you think about that?
I think that's, a mega fight that,
Yeah.
especially, for that division, man. I've been, when I was in the Bay Area, I got to share, some sparring with Shakur, a few years back, and like
Mm.
that's when, like, earlier, when he first turned pro. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the fighter he has developed into, has is really, really remarkable. You can
Oh,
definitely
great.
see that influence, from him and Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
This is spending so much time together and training together. That is, probably like a that's definitely a mega fight. I'm very, interested. I'm seeing.
Very, yeah. We're all looking for it. Last but not least, you against your dentist, man. I need a prediction. What you got for me?
No, there ain't much prediction I like that I will give. I'm just gonna say, I'm looking great right now in camp. And we still got 3 weeks ahead of us.
Hmm.
Like I mean, I'm gonna go in there ready on fight night. Do whatever it takes to
Hmm.
come out, with the win. But I'm definitely, I'm expecting a very hard, 12 round fight, with Ugas.
Yeah. And the 47 division is good for you weight wise.
Yeah. This is where I plan on being for a while. Hopefully, like I said, I mean,
Mm.
I do got that big frame, and but yeah, but right now the 47, it is right now my comfort zone.
Listen here, man. It's been truly a pleasure talking to you, my brother. I've been looking forward to this opportunity. You did. And much success on your fight coming up on September the 30th, which is on a huge platform that can really send you out where you need to be at, man. So you get out there and you do your thing, okay?
Absolutely, my man. I appreciate your time, bro.
Yes, it is. It's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News here with my guy Mario Bai, and we out of here.